Welcome back, survivors! I'm the Survivalist, and we return to the Carnivores Cordelia beta. I just want to double check the options and make sure that density is set to max, so we'll hopefully be having much more encounters with the wildlife in the beta. And we're going to head back to Chasm Central. Now, because I haven't actually gotten any of the trophy species listed here yet, my thinking is we're probably going to have at least these next two episodes hunting as regular, one more next week, and then come next Thursday, we're going to have a little bit of a different preview at something else that's included with the Carnivores Cordelia mod. That's a neat little thing that actually, it kind of makes me wish was a little bit more commonly done, or could be done more for carnivores, in a way. But we'll take those, we'll take the double ammo, and we're all good to try our first hunt for today. Okay, so we're all loaded in here now. We'll just get the... truth be told, I think the Expo might be a better self-defense weapon to start. Just because I think it has a little bit of a faster firing rate than the spear gun has. Although I don't know what actually does, like, more damage. I'll have to take a look at the stats when it comes back to the menu. But we'll see about exploring the map, try to find some of the actual trophy species, as well as any other endemic species we can encounter too. There's still that one mosasaur-like animal we have to try taking down. And then apparently there are also some variants in the beta for this mod. So as much as we've seen some of the species, they do come with at least a few variants included as well at this stage development. It just goes to show you like how expansive mods can become now with Mars Engine Edition. I still think Jurassic Park Hunter Legends is probably the biggest proof of concept for just how much content you can pack into the mods, given it had so many different species you could take, and also show off in the trophy room too. Oh, you know what? One thing I forgot to do... There we go. Okay, actually, I'm going the opposite direction I should be, because that was basically going in the same direction the current was moving. We need to go opposite it, so that way nothing's picking us up. And looks like it's a medium to strong current right now. So we're working our way southwest, where we'll hopefully try to have a few more encounters with some of the trophy species. Again, I've only caught glimpses of the Mawsonia in the distance as we played last week, so it would be nice to try to get at least one of them for the trophy room. God, I know it's not, like, it's just ambience. The Carnivores games always get me with... I'm so used to, like, hearing sounds like that in hunting games of coming from an animal, rather than just happening naturally in the world. They're probably always going to catch me. Okay, I didn't really get any replies from that. So I think we might as well just look at keep going. Now, one thing I'm a little hesitant about with being in, like, this biome here, is with all these rocks and stones around, I don't know how well the hitboxes will handle, like, as we're trying to take things down in here. So oh, we actually got some schools of krill up here. So I'm going to try to see about getting us outside of the big rock field here. And that way, if we do come across anything that we can take on, it'll just be my bad marksmanship that's leading us to not succeeding. Like, my worry is, because of the hitboxes on the rocks possibly being bigger than how the models do look, some of our shots might actually, like, clip into them, whereas what we're going after... It seems like sometimes they have trouble with the rocks too, but other times it also does obstruct them and they clip through them. Okay, well, all we can really do is keep going this way. This is... out towards the northeast a bit. Or southeast, my bad. Complete opposite directions. Oh, is this just another dino pepper? Yeah, just another dino pepper can. Okay, still no signs of anything, though. These hunts, I might have to start turning the radar on, just so that way it's not me wandering around the empty ocean floor for too long. Because, yeah, the calls so far haven't really worked on anything. Again, I'm going the wrong way, because that's going towards the way the current's moving. So far, nothing at all. I was thinking maybe we even see a Ophious, but I don't know if I'm just in a really bad area for, like, nothing has spawned, or what's going on. I'm going to have to do a bit of running. Now, I don't know if it's just because of, like, my PC running it, but I am noticing it's a little bit choppier with the frame rate this time for recording. I don't know if it's just, like, habit of sometimes when the render, or the engine and everything launches, it has a bit of lag, or there's something causing it. Oh. Oh, it is a Mosasaurus that's been taking us down. And truth be told, I think he's actually trying to get close for us. Yeah, he's coming in for us. No, he's going to get us. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only problem I have with all the rocks, is a lot of these guys are just clipping right through them. But we'll do a restart. Okay, we're loaded in again. Seems like it keeps dropping us... really wants to keep dropping us off in the same area. And that's a bit of a big bug. Because I have no weapon again. Like, it keeps giving me no weapon in the top left. So, apparently, don't restart hunts. Head right out back to the main menu and then relaunch it. So there are still a few bugs to be worked on and through the beta. But that is why you do a beta release, to get feedback in knowing, like, what aspects are having some issues. So we're going to head back to the menu, and then I'll hop in with our loadout properly back and radar. Okay, we're trying to be back in, but the mod is having a lot of issues. Like, this is the frame rate, as you can see. I'm trying to move it, but it's like 1 frame a second or so. It seems like it's more the modders. I'm not sure what it is exactly. It's every time I seem to try to relaunch the game or play the mod, new issues are kind of like arising. Like, one error message that I've never had before is that there was an error of unable to open hunt dat/weapons or something like that. I've never had that as an error before. And the frame rate here is, yeah, I cannot even move. Like, how long does it take before the menu pops up? Okay, let me exit. And we'll try launching again and see if it's just like each instance is different, or trying to do subsequent ones are a bit problematic. But if these technical issues are keeping up, I think all I can really do is then go into the little extra that's included with Carnivores Cordelia, because I don't want to show off the mod in an in-progress state, and it's not really functioning and not running. It's not really fair to show off and, like, show off as it's broken when it is in development, still trying to be done, but it's also, I can't really do the series if the game won't operate as well. So we're going to try all this again, hop in with the same settings picked, and see if it is... I'm going to turn off the radar. Maybe that was it. We'll try this and see. Okay, for whatever reason, it seems to be the radar is the cause of... well, some of the heavy FPS drops. I'm wondering if it's because the game is trying to keep track of both the trophy animals and the endemic animals that, like, overloads how much memory the mod, oh crap, is able to use. Ah, didn't even know it was coming. Okay, well, we'll do the back to menu and launch a new hunt. Okay, we're dropped in again. I'm going to be much more careful with my surroundings. But yeah, it seems to be enabling the radar caused that really heavy drop in frames per second. So if you guys are going to try the mod out yourselves and all of a sudden you do have, like, the frame rate just absolutely tanks and the game seems to be chugging along just barely, the cause of it is probably the radar isn't enabled as an option. But at least, like, there's a little bit of bug fixing and feedback I can provide back to be looked into. But I do have to admit, one of the things that is going to make Carnivores Cordelia really challenging to play as a mod, given how Carnivores is that you're not going to be able to hear things rushing in towards you. Because it is underwater, it almost feels like there might have to be a look into trying to give sound effects for certain creatures as they're swimming. It's like, again, the mosasaur coming in behind me, I didn't hear anything at all, so this is probably going to be an entirely visual-based mod. Which does make me wonder if that is the case, could you operate it so that way, even the animals, I mean, it does take away from that, but it's basically taking away one of the player's senses and ways to interact with the game. It kind of feels like there has to be something to balance it out. Either give it back with trying to figure out a way to do a sound effect for being able to pick up something might be coming in, aside from just visual, or some other aspect that the animals can't detect the player in some regard. I don't know what that regard would be. Visual has to stay for sure. I almost want to think maybe sound. Like, but the problem with that then becomes your sprinting, which is generally meant in a hunting game to be a risky thing to use. Okay, nothing there. Let me try some of these other calls. Yeah, I got nothing replying to me there. Okay, we'll just keep marching our way along. But yeah, so what aspects have we kind of found out so far? Don't enable the radar, because it does basically make the mod chug along just barely. If you do have a little error message that pops up that says, like, error opening or accessing hunt dat/weapons, what I found for a fix is just going back to the main menu, then going back to, like, the title screen of the main menu, then back into the hunt options, and trying to relaunch. That seemed to solve that for me. I don't know if it'll work for others, but just pass along what I tried and what worked. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. Nothing really there. What about Dolly Krinkoff's call? We'll keep trying and cycling through them for anything. But there are also certain spots where maybe... see, I don't have a krill scroll on screen. Like, I thought maybe one of the frame drops that I've experienced was because, being as old as it is, the game only has so much memory it might be able to operate with. And so because Modder's Engine Edition allows so many creatures to be able to be in-game at a time, that could be chugging it along. But as we see, nothing should really be loading in all that much. Yeah, and I've got nothing at all that I can see or seems to be calling back with what I'm putting out. Now, I do think if there is a next beta release for the mod, I do think you need, like, a self-defense up-close weapon, like a shotgun. I know it sounds weird to do so underwater. Maybe make it like a flechette launcher or... Oh. Okay, we've got... What are these guys? Okay, these are the sea scorpions.
Alright, let's see what you've got. Alright, let's see what you've got.
Oh, that actually... Oh, nice, that counted for one. Okay.
Alright, let's see what you've got.
There we go. Okay, so the reason these guys are a bit more costly, I think, is because they're like a pack group. You're going to encounter them not really there on their own too often. But you know what? Since it is something for the trophy room, just with my bad luck, I'm going to end here just to make sure they get saved. And maybe we'll even check them in the trophy room. We'll see. Okay, we're back to the main menu. So that was the Acuteramus. Actually, that... Acuteramus. I think I've heard that name before, but it is a little misleading, I think. So I'm going to actually disable them, so maybe there's a tendency for the mod to spawn in more of the selected animals. But everything should be good there, so we'll hop in, try to get at least another one or two, and then go back for another hunt. At least try to show off more than a single species in the trophy room today. Okay, so... Oh, we were loaded in, but it seems like everything's kind of crashing again on me. Oh, no, it was just a little bit of a freeze-up. Yeah, again, with the Modders Edition engine, I think one of the things that might need to be examined is how much terrain I'm trying to think what they'd be... Oh, excuse me. Terrain objects are in place. Because, like, with all of these rocks that are all strewn about and all that, I'm wondering if that's one of the things that's causing, like, the frame drops I'm noticing. Because, yeah, oh, it's really chugging now. And I don't... see, I don't know what would be causing this. It just seems like almost on every separate launch, you can have all kinds of different experience for how the engine works at rendering stuff. Because the radar's disabled, we haven't changed any new settings aside from turning one off, which is a bit weird that like, the outcome for disabling something is almost like more is trying to be done. So yeah, I'll have to exit the area. I'll go to the trophy room, and I'll try doing next episode in this mod again. But if it does have a lot more of these technical issues and troubles, what maybe I'll do is, just for, like, next episode, maybe I'll blend the two of that extra or that. Just because, again, I don't want to show the mod off in a state where it's not really at its best, but I do have to give disclaimer about the state it's in. So it will definitely get more improvements and touches and bug fixes with time, but it can be something where if you are experiencing a lot of troubles with the mod, you're not alone. It's just something that'll have to give some time and let the team behind it take their time working and polishing it up a bit too. But we'll head to the trophy room, see how that goes, and just try to check out what we got from today. Okay, here we are in the trophy room again, and we'll work our way down to... Oh, wrong way. Chasm Central's over this way, that's right. Oh, actually... So it seems like depending on the species, you might have unique placements through the mod. Because like the Tanistropheus and the I believe these were Nothosaurus, right? Come on, give me a... Yeah, Nothosaurus. So it does seem like the species are deliberately lined up on their places for like where they'll appear in here. Because these guys now take up little things like this. And I do feel like they are deliberately pack hunter or pack spawns because of how these are all grouped in, like, say, certain things. But it is really cool to see, like, these as new options. Carnivores has never really been that in-depth for how trophy appearances have been. It's basically just a T-posing one on a single spot. But here, there's been care put into location, deliberate where a species, like, occupies a slot, as well as the poses and positioning of them. So that's really cool to see being tweaked and done for, like, ways to update the trophy room with the M.E.E. But with how again, some technical sides have been today. We're going to end this episode here, and hopefully next episode things are a little smoother for us going forward. But again, great texture work, great model work on these guys. I'm looking very forward to taking on more of them. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode. If you did like the video, be sure to give a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, you're seeing the comments right down below. And until I see you in the next video or episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.